my friend, it's Pat Sloan here on Block Wednesday. Before we look at the block, 2 celebrations for today. It is Tell a Tale. All right, so this is something for you to leave me a comment here or over on my fireside chat at Facebook. You can talk in there. This is not for the quilt group. But tell a tale. Do you have that family member or that friend that tells a good tale? Like possibly there's not an ounce of truth in it. In our family, we talk about Uncle Bobby, who was on Greg's side of the family and my mother-in-law's brother. Uncle Bobby was a tall tale teller for sure. So if you have one of those, tell us in the comments. It's so fun. So fun to have a little chat like that. Okay, the other, it is thermos bottle day, and I love being able to get out my original thermos that I got, about 35 years ago. It's a Stanley, back when they made, thermos bottles for offices and construction sites and everywhere else that people take coffee and wanted to keep it warm back in the day before, well, we had microwaves. We did have microwaves, but I took this because I wanted to bring coffee from home and not always have to go to the kitchen at the office. I could just have this that I brought from home. Because sometimes we went to the kitchen and there's no coffee made, right? No coffee made. Nobody made the coffee. So if you have an old thermos, or if you have a quilt with a thermos on it or thermos fabric, share that today. But if you want to talk about your actual thermos, bonus if you've got a red plaid one, wouldn't that be cool? Share it in the fireside chat, not in the quilt group. We won't approve it, so do that. Okay, it is kitchen window day for our grandma's kitchen. So it is a faux window block. The attic windows, they're called. Attic windows without using mitering. We use a little half square triangle to make that corner, and there's just a side-by-side setting with a border. And it's very fun for a novelty print if you have one. Like it'll be finished 4-inch squares, so if you have a piece of fabric you're working with that could fit in there nicely, that's super fun. So my grandmas both had my grandparents, that's the grandparents, had 2 different kinds of houses. The more modern grandma had a ranch house that they had built. They had moved from a duplex built a ranch house, and that was where, and it was kind of a kitchen like the kitchens now. You have a window over the sink. My half a modern grandma, theirs was a big sort of more farmhouse kind of style kitchen, old style, but that's kind of shotgun house as a duplex. And you went right through, and the window was at the back of the kitchen. There was no sink or anything. It was kind of like the passway to go out. You went by the big window. And my mom said there actually had been a door there at one point that went right into the backyard, but instead the door now, when I remember, went into the alleyway first, and then you turned. And I always loved that big window. In my home, I have a big window in the kitchen over the sink, but it's huge. It takes up almost from the ledge kind of up, like there's a splash, and then all the way up. It's a nice big window. So I love that. Okay, so what fabric? I wanted to really give honor to Nana and Pop-Up's house, my half a modern grandparents. And so their big window looked onto their long, narrow backyard that went out to the alleyway. So I decided to go with a light because of the colorations of the fabric up there. I want to do a light now. The position, we're in row 3. So that's this block here. And based on the other colors, I want to have, here's row 3. So based on the other colors, I want it to be a light. And also based on the other colors, I want it to be purple, to have purple with it. So I will have the dark down here and the light here, and then it will be, this sort of mock-up. So you can do a mock-up. I'm going to just keep it like that. It's a kind of a subtle difference unless I go and find another purple that I own that might be a little bit lighter, so that I have one that's a little bit darker. I might just do that. Let me go look real quick. I don't have a lot of purple, but I do have a few things here. So if I did these mushrooms, there, I've kind of folded this like this. So there. So that that feels like it's a better contrast. And the mushrooms are kind of cute for this. The other piece that I have that I don't think is a light enough, it was actually kind of fun, but I don't need both. You know, I don't need both of them changed out. Although that's actually pretty cool too. It gives it a much higher contrast. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to do that. So these will be saved for another day. For this piece, I am going to cut along a line that goes along the fabric here so that it stays pretty straight. Plus I'll audition for the half square triangle so that they all go the correct way. To audition and be sure that I have this going the right way, I will lay it down, and this is kind of a directional piece. It does have, feels directional to me. If I rotate it, it's not like a square, it's an oval. That unit, so it's elongated. So there I go. I can audition it, and you can see, let me just get a pin so my hand is out of the way. There we go. So you can see how that will look, and it'll give that right angle like a window sashing. But I need to have this going this direction, because if I have it the other direction, the pattern is going the wrong way because of it being as a directional print. You know, these are like an oval in there. So there we go. So there you can see that's the incorrect way. So okay, I'm going to rotate it and sew this up. It's an attic window. Yay! That's the block, but windows is our topic. One of the first quilts that I did early on was an attic window quilt. We did it with a regular miter, not the faux miter here where you use a half square triangle, but we actually miter the corners to learn that technique. And I used like a desert Southwest print because that's what was in style. So let me go put it up on the wall. They all look so great together. It was really fun to pull a different purple, and that goes so well with the other ones, and it gives like a heavier purple color now for this line. I've got a little bit over on this block. Remember, I need, when I start doing these blocks down here, to pull a little bit of yellow. And I don't know what my sashing fabrics will be yet. I don't know if I'll maybe keep them all light, or whether I'll do maybe just 2 colors. I don't think I want to do more than that. I don't want to mix it up more since the blocks have so many colors. I might just end up with just all light fabrics. We'll see. Or, you know, maybe just a peach and a light, you know, white based. We'll see. But there we go. It is really fun to play around with that attic window block where you have a little bit bigger space so that you can showcase a piece of fabric or maybe even a little mini block in there. Oh, that would be so cute. All right, the March calendar, our project calendar for March. Remember, it is 2 pages as always with a list of the actual calendar with where things fall, video days, and then all the projects on the second side. And the big focus will be the March block a day, which I'm not going to have time to do that today and pull fabric like I thought I might. So I will end up doing that on our first video in March, which will be super fun. So we'll do it then. I'll show you mine, and then I'll show you another fabric collection about just things that I have that I could pull together. I did want to show you 2 other things though, the sew sampler, and to tell you that these little revolving trays are back in stock. So if you liked mine and you didn't get one last time, they are now back. They're metal so that you can put needle minders or anything magnetic. If you have a magnetic on your seam ripper, you could, you know, plop it on here. I've got like an opener there. So I just wanted to show you that. I've been keeping my thread in it, and it's been awesome. Now this box is not for this month, it's for last month. And I meant to do it last week, but that didn't happen. And so here I need to open it because I've not even opened it. So this is a Sew Sampler subscription box. Some of the things in here are exclusive to the box, like the pattern is exclusive to the box, but usually the fabrics and most of the notions you can get. But the box is a great deal, and it's a mystery, and it's a fun little gift people like to get for themselves from the back quarter shop. And they send it to me, so it's so fun. There is always a little topic. I have not opened it, as you saw. I just cut it. So this is Embracing New Possibilities. This was the January box, which usually comes at the end of the month. So it came at the very end of January, I think. Okay, they give you a little legend that tells you everything that's in here. And of course, I don't look at that first. So I want to see what's inside. Some needles, some milliners, There we go. Some needle pack. Sunday brunch fabric. I have been looking at this. It has beautiful colors. Beautiful. We'll take a quick look because you can get, there's 3 charm packs. Holy moly, look at that. 3 charm packs. And there are some, what is this? A paper piecing for if you're going to do English paper piecing, and a pattern. And then here is a table runner using it, which is the English paper piecing, that if you like to play around with that. And then you also got a spool of thread. Look at that. Useful color, right? And then a quilt pattern, another quilt pattern, which uses the charm packs without English paper piecing. I love that. I love that. It's like an Irish chain kind of effect. And then they do this project, these monthly blocks, so that you can put together. This is number 10 for this series, and then you can make a sampler out of the 10 blocks. You can do this. So fun. Let me just hold on. This Sunday brunch, what a cute name. Beautiful floral. I love basic grays fabrics. Oh, a little tone on tone and little swirls. Look at that. That is very cool. You know, I have not looked at this line at all, so I didn't know what the patterns were in it. I saw the name, but that was it. This is the same company that does the grunge, if you love grunge. Look at this. Look at those little micro dots. Look at that. How cool is that? Sunday brunch. Oh, beautiful little wallpaper kind of thing. A stripe. Then we're in the mocha colors, the pink base. Look at this for all my pink loving friends. Oh, so pretty. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then there's the grunge that is in the pink, a little pink stripe. Oh, and these guys, they look like kaleidoscope kind of things. And the little, there's other, everything in pink, everything pink. And then a little darker pink, look how pretty that is. And a little darker for the stripe. And then yellow. These are just so gorgeous. That Irish chain effect, this guy here. This might be in my future. That one just might be in my future. I'll stick it up here so you can see it. And there's usually a few boxes left, so if you love this, it's a great deal. You can go get it. I will link it in the description box and in the pinned post. Look at the blue. Look at the blues. So pretty. Okay, well, there's kind of like teal, so. Okay, so that is the Sew Sampler box, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you want one, get it, because they don't last long. All right, I also have a little 100 block update that I filmed before I put this stuff on the wall. Let's go. Before I put all the Block Wednesday up, I filmed this first so that we could take a look at the 100 blocks and what I have accomplished, which here's the book that we're doing, the blocks out of this. These are small blocks, and but they're simple. So it's, even though some of the pieces are kind of small, they really are quite fun and simple to do. I am going to be going on to this next section, which are more rectangles and things. So I will have a little bit bigger space for maybe some of the fun fabrics, have a little bit bigger image. But before we look at the fabrics I want to cut next, let's look at the amount of blocks I was able to do in the last 2 months. Well, let's take a look at these 11 amazing blocks. I got 11 done. I should be happy about that. So fun. Just picking the fabrics is the best for this type of project for me. I just love to dig around, pull all my novelty things out. I will not do the layout, positioning of anything until I'm much further down, till I'm done basically all the blocks, because this is the layout that I'm using, and I want to position things in particular, be very particular. So also I could make this 1 row less if I want, which I may end up doing. You could even do it 2 rows less. May end up doing that. We will see. Having decided to right size things, I really was not making as many 100 blocks, but that's okay. I will catch up. I will catch up. So let's look. You know, you can see where I am. I'm on this section, page 42. And because there are a little bit more with the rectangles and some other shapes that seem to have a little bit bigger room, I'm going to play around with these larger fabrics. So here's one with the kitty. I will have to cut this on angle. I want the kitty face going straight. Here's one with a deer, and I want to get the deer in there. And then I've got this tea time, which I have used before. So if you've been here a while, you might remember that. Some shamrock fabric, because you know we are in March. These little frogs, so they're definitely going to get in there. And these little birds that I have used before, they look like little beach birds or something. And then this is an older piece. It's from one of my fabric lines, Eat Your Fruits and Veggies, from quite a few years ago. And so I want to get something like maybe the radishes or the mushroom, like, you know, here's a 3 bunch of radishes that might be fun to do. The corn. So these are the fabrics that I will cut and get together a bunch, you know, get together another set of blocks to be sewing and get those sewn up. And hopefully I can do that twice in March. Just do 2 bunches and move us into maybe 20 blocks, you know, so oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the status on my 100 blocks. If you, let me see yours. Some of you have been sharing. You've been really good about that. I have not been good about collecting pictures. So sorry about that. It's just, I didn't get them, but I will try to collect a few and do a quote parade of pictures sometime in March here. We start out with Becky's block. That stripe, and the plaid in the corners. I love it. And she shared all of her blocks. Look at her colors. They are just gorgeous. Connie's beautiful, beautiful gray. And I like that plaid in the corner. She said that her, what do we got here? That her granddaughter picked the fabric colors. Isn't that sweet? What a fun project to do with your granddaughter. Deanna's, she said her grandmothers didn't have aprons, but if they did, she thought they might look like this. I love it. So pretty. Deb's is just knocking our socks off with the block this week. Holy moly. This is fantastic. I was just like, oh, look at all those fabrics. Fun, 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 fun. Janie's is blue and yellow. Oh, so pretty. Very, very classic, very summery. Love it so much. See, Joan said her, okay, here we go. Here's Joan. Joan said that her grandma was always in the kitchen, and when they visited, that's always where they visited, and she never let them be hungry. Food in that kitchen. Beautiful block. Judy said part of her apron, the apron there, is part of a hanky that her grandmother had. Her grandmother worked, I believe she said, in a dry cleaner, and so she had brought a lot of things home, and that was one of them. Karen's block, love the background there. Butter, the sugar, the mittens, the cupcakes, so fun. So fun. Kathy's gorgeous in purple. That is so pretty, with a little pop of blue for the apron and the red heart. I really appreciate so many of you saying this is the first time you've done applique, and you just went for it. You did a fantastic job. This is Kim's block, and she said her grandma and she had I think if I got this right, she and her grandma had matching aprons, and this was hers. How precious is that? She doesn't know what happened to her grandma's, but that is hers. That is so precious. This is our ambassador Laura's block. Oh, and she found instead of doing the apron, she just found a stripe that had kind of the feel of the apron fabric. So cute. And then she's also doing a whole quilt. Oh, look at that, with the purple dresses. And a few of them have aprons, a few of them don't. That is just amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Linda's, the apron was her grandma made for her mom. Oh, that is so pretty. It's just her grandmother also made a lot of other aprons, like for special events and things like that. Here is Mary's block with the plaid, and she has like a double, I can't remember if that's the whole outer border or why that there's a separate border out there for her block, but it is super, super cute. Miriam's is pretty in pink. Look at that pink dress. And some of you, I believe this dress is a little bit different styling. Some of you didn't have printers, so you just kind of, drew your dress from mine, or you were drawing a dress similar to what a family member had, like this next one, Nancy's. So she wanted to have, I'm like looking here. This was actually, I made notes. This was actually a doll apron that her grandma made for her in the 60s. And so she still had the doll apron and she put it on the block. Oh, so sweet. So sweet. Patty's doing multiple blocks. She says she has a whole tote bag of this style fabric. I think you need a whole quilt. There you go. You need a whole quilt. Go for it. Phyllis, these colors just also knock my socks off again. I just love that orange and pink, or in that background, the tulip and little white dress, just amazing. Susan's is a little black dress. Got to have a classic little black dress and don't want to get it dirty, so put your little pink apron on. Looks so cute. Got a few more here. Susan's green. Oh, so nice. I love that. I love the little roosters in all the four corners. Our ambassador, Suzanne, says her grandma loved polka dot dresses, and there's her grandma up in the top left there in the photo. Aw. And let's see, Teresa's. Oh, this particular apron underneath was made by her mom. Oh, I love this so much. And remember to go visit Kendall, who makes the blocks every week at his YouTube channel. And to round it out, here is my block again. And thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. This is your block for Grandma's kitchen. Tell me about your kitchen window. If you want to just show a picture of your kitchen or your kitchen window, do that at the fireside chat, or just tell us about it here at the YouTube. You can do it in the comments here at YouTube. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.